Which is them two primarily. I held y'all up to a higher standard as well, like you were saying about how you feel about your mods. You hold them to a standard. So I held y'all to a standard because I did go to y'all for answers and the stuff that we had questions about. No, I wasn't in tune to this or whatever because, like you said, we got 9 to 5s. I have a real life, but the people who did invest in this, I appreciated it. However, the way that you spoke to her, you called her trash and all this stuff because she wasn't answering the questions that you need to answer. My thing is, if you gonna come, it looked like a setup. It did look like a setup. It looked like y'all talked about it before y'all did it. Y'all only wanted people out of this circle to get brought up on the live to say stuff because y'all already had pre-talked about it or y'all already had issues with her. Y'all made it personal, and that was an issue for me because, again, Brenay, yes, she did come up here and tell her whole life story. Karrin didn't. However, you can't get mad at Karrin for defending herself because y'all are the ones who brought her business out to the public about her and Tim. Not saying, wait, hold on, let me correct myself. Devin said something about it and y'all talked about it. So she talked about it herself. My thing is, if my baby dad, I don't have to talk to none of y'all, but if my baby daddy is on live lying constantly, and he making me look bad, you damn right. I don't give a fuck if it's 50,000 people on the live. I'm finna come up here and I'm finna clear the air. But I feel like y'all didn't give her the time to clear the air with him because y'all was so focused on what she did with Akira. Akira have won her case. Yes, Akira did go through whatever she went through with Karrin, and you can hold her accountable, but we are holding you guys accountable because we looked up to what y'all were doing, and y'all did not do it successfully. Y'all was more invested on her admitting to what she did wrong, which is embarrassing. Of course, we know she did it. We feel like she did it. But just because we holding y'all accountable don't mean we're supporting what they did. That's the difference in doing content creating. But like you said, you're not a content creator. You just whatever you are. However, I had a lot to say. I said a whole lot of shit because if anybody would have came to me like that, I would have read you for filth. But don't come at me like that about my business because y'all are not entitled to my business, to know my business. But since I'm here and I'm giving y'all my time, allow me to speak because she was not disrespectful. As far as BG, I said I was disappointed in BG. And I also said something about her crochet. And I did it to be funny, but I said it because I'm disappointed in her. I don't want BG to get canceled for changing how it is because it seemed like she was like a battery was put in her back to say something or whatever. And then later after that, I found out that Karrin supposed to been did some foul shit, allegedly supposed to been got her docs. Rightfully so. She heard me. So yeah, she that's what she did. But when that girl came on the live, BG called her by her full name, middle name and all that. I didn't know her middle name. And then later on, she called BG by her first name. And BG, it's Black Goddess. Yeah, but it's Black God. Like, I did not, it was just that. And then her backpedaling and going in. So yeah, I had a whole lot to say about y'all. Because again, y'all saying we switching up because we holding y'all accountable. That ain't no realist. A realist be like, you know what? Yeah, I probably did come a little too hard, but y'all got to understand this shit get a little personal for us because most shit go on the back end. That's why I respect what Barbie said. Barbie said it's a lot of stuff we don't know. So I do respect that. We don't know. But when I feel like y'all used his platform to come for Karrin. It was a bait. It was a bait mission where y'all could get your little shit off your chest or whatever that y'all always wanted to say to her because, of course, she have her comments out. She don't really join the live. She don't do none of that or whatever to get y'all expressions out. So that's why y'all did what y'all did. It didn't seem genuine. It was very much so giving Mean Girls. That's what I had to say.
Let me respond to you. Let me respond to you, Tasha Mack. Or I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is. Number one, all of this holding us accountable. I don't know who I'm supposed to be in your life for you to hold me accountable for something. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know how you view me. I don't know if I'm I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that as far as holding me accountable.
When you being mean,
hold on a second. I let you talk. I didn't interrupt you. I let you talk. I didn't interrupt you. I don't want to hear your mouth.
Fuck what you did, honestly.
I don't want to hear your mouth.
Let's be respectful. Let's give each other time to talk, y'all.
I've already heard from you, girl.
Let her go.
You got it.
I've already heard from you. Thank you. All of this holding people accountable and oh my gosh, we hold y'all to a higher standard. I never asked you to hold me to any standard. Please don't hold me to any standard. Never asked for that. Never told you I was a leader. Never said that. One thing I've always told everybody is that I am not a content creator. I said I am a person with an opinion. That's what I said. That's what I said. Chance, can you turn off the comments while I'm talking, please?
Yeah. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna put y'all in jail with Caramel talking, okay? Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. After she's done talking, y'all can go ahead and spill. Cause like I said, I do wanna make this very clear that I do it. Like I said, I do want my panel to be like somewhere where everybody can speak freely, but never do I want anybody to disrespect anybody. I don't even want the panelists to disrespect each other. I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say after that, but like I just really want y'all to know that, because it wasn't like that. And if anybody did, I didn't let nobody dog you out, first of all, you or Barbie. And I don't even know Barbie like that, but I
and that's fine. And that's why. And but listen, that's why I said, Neil. I said that's why I came over here. No, they never said exactly what was said. They just sent screenshots. So again, and I'm telling y'all, hold on, turn the comments off right quick. Nobody's turning the comments off.
I don't know how to do it.
Let me be clear about this. The only reason why I'm telling her to turn the comments off is because when y'all say stuff, I want to respond to it, and I'm gonna get off track. That's the only reason why. Yeah. I'm not telling her to turn the comments off because I'm scared of what y'all saying. Y'all should know me better than that. If you don't know me by now, you should know me better than that. But anyways, I never asked anybody to hold me to any kind of standard. I don't know where this comes from. I don't know where you're getting it from. I don't understand it. Number one. Number two, I didn't request for Karrin to come up on Dashawn's live. Barbie did not request for Karrin to come up on Dashawn's live. So the narrative of we pulled her up there to ambush her, we were nowhere around when Karrin was asked to come up on Dashawn's live. Okay? So those comments should maybe be directed more towards other people who started that live or whatever. We saw and were being sent screenshots of them being on live and people saying, hey, Karrin's on Dashawn live. And then we joined in. And that's when we had an opinion about whatever. And I promise you, this is my last panel talking about this. This is my last time getting on anybody's panel speaking about this. I'm going to tell y'all again, when you all get it through your head that you don't control anybody's mouth, just like you're absolutely right, I don't control your mouth. I don't. That's why whenever you say what you say, you get blocked. But you got to ask yourself in the first place, and I'm not trying to be funny, I never knew who you were in the first place. I don't know you. All of the ones who, I don't know you. I don't know you. Y'all were following us because we were talking about the situation, the case, and you guys felt like whatever the reason was for you all following was the reason why you followed. If you feel like our content or we're mean girls or whatever, which doesn't really make any sense because I've kept the same energy that I've always had. Caramel has I've never been the person who went over documents. That was never my thing. My thing was reading Brenay, the sisters, the mom down for filth. So there's no way that you've been following me from the beginning and now you feel like all of a sudden I'm a mean girl. All of a sudden now Caramel's a mean girl. I've been the same way consistently because that was my thing. My thing was, y'all bully Akira, y'all bully and do all of these things, I'm gonna bully you. That's always been my spin. How did we ambush her when we weren't the ones that asked her to come on the live? Makes no sense. And I don't care, you can say it 1,000 times. Getting on a live with 7 people that you know talk about you, getting on a live with 14,000 people who are commenting in the comment section, for you to think that it was only going to be about Dashawn, and the DNA of whatever is insane to me. And I'm going to say this last thing and I'm done. I just saw SB said in the comments, defending Karrin in any capacity is insane because of what she's done. Defending Karrin in any capacity is insane. Because if you've been following this, just because Karrin is the quieter twin, just because Karrin is the one with the slimmer face, just because Karrin is the one who throws the rocks but then hides her hand, doesn't make her any less guilty than her sister. She still slept with a married man. She still slept with a married man. She still talks about Akira's mental. And how can you say that you support Akira, but then, oh no, but you guys are bullying her because, oh my gosh, no, this live wasn't about that, whatever the case may be. Guess what? For some of us, we don't have an opportunity to speak to Karrin. Karrin doesn't join lives. So if that one chance of us having a conversation with her was yesterday, I'm going to stand 10 toes down on what I said to her. Which, by the way, I started it off very, very nice in telling her, Karrin, you guys lie a lot. Like, maybe if you guys were a little bit more truthful. I said, everybody makes mistakes. That's what Caramel said. I said, everybody makes mistakes. But because you all lie so much, that's why you have a hard time with people believing you all. I had already addressed Dashawn. But again, and I'm going to say this last thing. Don't hold me to no standard. Don't follow. Please don't. If you feel like, oh my God, enough is it, don't follow me. I'm not the person for you. I don't care if I lose 50. I literally don't care. Only reason why I'm over here, to be 100% honest with you all, is to explain to you that I don't care. I'm going to continue being Caramel. I'm going to continue making whatever videos Caramel wants to make. Only thing you can do is go to your platform and talk about how you don't agree with it. Go to your platform and talk about how you don't like me. That's all you can do. Past that, you can do absolutely nothing. Just like I can't stop whoever from saying whatever, and that's fine.
Anybody else got anything to say?
She don't care, then it don't matter. So, I mean, everybody want to hold Karrin accountable, but it's just contradicted and stuff. She don't want nobody to hold her accountable, and I don't even follow you. I knew your name, but I didn't know who you are, or I didn't even have a face to you until today. Honestly, I heard your name because I follow Ninja and then I follow Barbie, but it's not y'all making it a whole different situation than what it is, because honestly, Karrin don't have to tell y'all shit either. She got on there off the strength that she thought she was going to have a conversation with her baby father. I'm talking. She got on there off the strength that she thought she was going to have a conversation with her baby father, who's been ducking her for the last 2 years. So yeah, I'm pretty sure she got on there vulnerable, ready to have a conversation with him. And it turned out into, like I said, it turned into a bullying match. And that's how I see it and that's how I take it. How anybody else sees it and take it, that's their business. But that's how Menage sees it and takes it. And I could care less about what anybody thinks about it, but that's how I seen it. And it didn't look good. It didn't look good as women, regardless of what Karrin or Brenay has or has not done. Regardless of what they have or have not done.
I don't care what you think.
That's understandable. I never said you cared. I did never said you cared. I said I don't care what, just like you said, I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I don't care what anybody thinks about what I care about. You monologued. We're done. You don't care. So if you came over here to tell us you don't care, then you already told us you don't care. So
I came over here to my mod's page. I came over here. Hold on a second.
What?
Do it for 1 second, Chance, just for 1 second. Hold on. Make no mistake about it, ma'am. This is not your page.
Y'all think
Chance's page. Hold on. This is not your page. This is Chance's page. I know you're on the panel, but Caramel didn't come to Menage's page or whatever your name is. Had I come to your page, then I can see you saying, hey, why are you over here? If you know that, then I can understand what you're saying. But I did it. The person I'm cool with, she's a mod for me. I'm on her panel. Understood? Oh, okay.
Can I say something real quick?
I just want to say something real quick because I was on the panel too. Yeah, I was on the panel too.
I have a big mouth.
It was a very open panel.
Everybody.
It was a very open panel. Like everybody had their own opinions. I had my own opinion about it as well. Chance, she had her own opinion. She didn't really say like anything bad about you guys. Like I said that I feel like Karrin shouldn't have been on the panel with all of you all because she know that all these girls don't like her. Why are you on the panel? Like, that's just crazy. Just like you said, that opens up like a can of worms. You're putting yourself in a position to be talked about. Like, you put yourself in that position. I do feel like she is not truthful. Only thing I said I agree with is like the dad of the kids should take care of it. You know, he shouldn't make so many excuses, and that he should take care of his kids. That's just the bottom line. But Brenay, that's a whole different story.
I think,
Yeah, I don't. Wait, hold on
honestly,
before you
But
go.
I stood on how I felt. I
Be
said that,
just
and they
as
could attest
loud
to
as
that.
y'all was earlier, because let me just be honest. And Caramel, look, ain't nobody trying to have no beef with you, girl. Because like I said, I don't even know none of y'all in real life. Like in real life, I really don't know any of y'all. So this is not that deep. But everybody on here earlier was loud and boisterous about how they felt about the whole situation.
I'm trying
And
to talk.
I'm being true. And everybody was this bitch, that bitch, and I never mentioned nobody's name, because I said, even when y'all was some got mentioned about Cherish, I was literally like, oh, don't say too much
Yeah,
about
we
Cherish. I love Cherish.
said
And I was like, don't go
feel
about
like
Cherish. I didn't know who Caramel was. I knew, but I didn't know. I heard her name before because Ninja said it before.
No,
So I didn't, but I've never mentioned none of y'all names. So it's coming off as like, I want everybody else to be, because I feel like I'm going for everybody else right now, because everybody else wasn't saying what they aren't being
But you
how
not
they
letting
were
nobody
earlier.
talk, girl. Let me
Okay, I'll shut up
Oh
then.
my God.
everybody who was on the
Hold
panel
on.
was not on here, and that's not true because I stood on my stance, and Chance could tell you. I said how I felt. I said it was like two of us on here who said she should not have been on that damn panel, knowing that these people don't like her ass, don't care for her. She have issues with everybody individually. I stood on that, and I don't even know these people. I never said nobody's name. I barely don't even know
Everybody
them.
in here is standing on the same stance. It's just that there are
That's
individuals
it.
who
I stood on my
listen. Let me
stance.
finish, please. There are individuals who was in here already last night or throughout this whole thing. They're not on the panel right now speaking. Like, it's just a few of us who was really on here. We didn't really have that much to say, but the other people, they have things to say. I personally don't feel like I let anybody dog y'all out, like I said before. But I did make it an open panel. And matter of fact, I do want to point out, because Chrissy was in here and she was writing me to turn on the comments. And my comments been on the whole time. I want everybody to know, yes, I do fuck with Caramel heavy. I told all of y'all this already. So if she wants me to turn off the comments, respectfully, I'm going to turn off the comments. She was one of the first people to follow me on my platform. I don't care how anybody feels about it, truthfully. But like I said, I do have an open panel. I've been letting everybody turn up and say what they wanted. Like I said, I ain't letting nobody dog you out. Earlier, I was just asking people, how would y'all have felt if they were Karrin and they were being spoken to like that? I said I personally will not be spoken to like that. And my only beef, and y'all know I do not take up for them big titty, lopsided, fat ass sisters, but I don't like how the baby daddy was spinning the narrative. And I'm the type of person that y'all I don't explain a lot to y'all, but let me tell, I'm a no nonsense type of bitch. I don't give a fuck if you my sister. I do not give a fuck who you are. If I feel some type of way about something, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you with love. I'm not telling you to beat your ass. I'm not telling you to be rude. It's none of that. None of that. I ain't even telling you to go back and forth with you, but I'm gonna speak how I feel. And that's that on that. I don't feel like anybody in here didn't say how they felt earlier, but there are two individuals who was up here. They're not up here right now. They're the ones who.
All right, can I say something real quick,
1.6K
Caramel?
people in here. Whoever was up here
Money,
earlier
no,
needs to
girl,
come
you was
back.
talking the whole time. No. Caramel, I respect you. You can see I follow you. Again, from since the beginning of live, I've been said I don't feel like BG and Caramel was wrong. They came in this motherfucker and they chewed me up, okay? And I just feel like both sides is full of ish. And you can even ask Chance, when I first came in, when this topic first came up, I was more leaning towards Dashawn's side because of the type of person that we know Karrin and her sisters to be. I still agreed with when Grace came up here. I still agreed with her when she said that she feels like Karrin needs to give Dashawn a DNA test. When Lakeisha came up here, I said the same thing to Lakiki. I said, what are you and your daughter gonna do from here? Because you're saying that XYZ, but they're saying something else. I personally feel like, and I said this, I personally feel like Karrin maybe tried at one point and she stopped because she like, okay, fuck it. Maybe she was fucking with Tim, or maybe she just was done with Dashawn. Who knows? But then also at the same time, I feel like Dashawn tried, but he just got comfortable with the fact that, okay, Karrin, you know, she don't want to give him the DNA test. Fuck it, he's just gonna be a dead. So I feel like nobody's really looking at it from like all perspectives. Like people is just like, everybody's just picking sides. Again, I said what I said earlier. I have no disrespect. No disrespect to Barbie, but
Mika,
that was the only person I did not like that came in the chat and was guns blazing. I don't remember I don't know what happened before that. I don't know what kind of conversation y'all happened on the back end. I just didn't like when Barbie came in the chat. It was just, did you sleep with Tim? Because I'm like, girl, you went to the court case. You know, like, why are we asking this bitch the same thing and we know she's going to lie? Why?
And I asked because I did want to know, just like everybody has the option to ask what they want. If you had a panel and you wanted to ask her, you have the right. If I have a panel and I want to ask, I have the right. Anybody has the right, because you know why? They reached out to content creators to start the lie. The girl who originally had Dashawn reached out to her. So I understand how you feel. That's fine. That's your opinion. Now, I do personally have things to do and I have to go. Thank you, Chance, for allowing me on your live. I really do appreciate it.
Of course. Anytime, Barbie.
Me too. And let me say one last thing before I drop down. I don't want anyone to think that Barbie or I, we're here defending Dashawn. That is not at all our standpoint. It is nothing. This while we're having these conversations right now has nothing to do with us defending Dashawn. Because I said, the first thing I said was, before I'm a wife, I'm a woman. And I said, I have my oldest daughter, 13 years old, is not from my husband. So in that aspect, I am a baby mama. And I said, as a man, if you have a woman that's not letting you get your kids or see your kids, why the hell haven't you gone to the courts? I asked them that. So I don't want anyone to think that we trying to patty cake Dashawn. That's not why we talking about what we talking about. Y'all are not wrong about what you're saying. You're not wrong. And to be honest with you, I don't 100% feel like Dashawn has done everything he can do to be in his kid's life. I don't feel that way. And I know this is being screen recorded, and I don't care.
I remember you even said that too, and I said that earlier on the chat. I said, listen, I don't think Caramel is more so siding with Karrin. Dashawn, because I said it. I said, I don't think Caramel said on her live before she don't think that them kids belong to Tim. You've been was saying that. Yeah, there might be a resemblance, but you know, everybody got their own opinion.
Correct.
Just wanted to jump on here real quick and say that Mika and Chance, because Mika got beat up, and I was on the live. Mika been said, I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't think that Carmel was wrong. I do think that people missed what Carmel completely said the whole time. And for Chance said, hey, I'm going to tell y'all now, I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't think any of them are wrong. This is how I personally feel. But if you want to come up here and you want to say your opinion and you want to say how you feel about the situation, then you are free to. She said the same thing to anybody else that came on the panel. So I just wanted to jump on here and defend my girl Chance, because Chance did say, hey, y'all are free to say whatever y'all want to say, but I'm going to tell you. And Mika said the same thing. Y'all not changing my mind. Y'all not swaying how I feel. This is how I feel, and this is where I stand on it.
More so, Chance was holding down the rest of the girls. Barbie, all of y'all. I was more so defending Deadass, BG, and Caramel. I'm like, no, bro. Even Glow, I was saying no. Not all of them was like jumping. All right? I said what I said.
And that's fine. And listen, nobody came and said that NailedByChan said. They didn't say what was said. They just sent me screenshots of the live saying, oh my God, get over there. You got to look out for your mods. I don't know what was said. That's why I said I'm going to always give people the benefit of that. I said, let me come over here so that we can have a conversation. I said that. I said, what was said? Because I don't know. They weren't saying that. So again, me and Chance, we don't have any issues, no problems. When y'all leave this live, understand that NailedByChan is going to still be my moderator. I don't, like, nothing is changing. But again, I only came over here to say that we have to get in. Once everybody realizes that you only run one account. If you have 2 accounts, then you run those 2 accounts. Only reason why I said let me come over here and say something is because, yes, moderators to a certain extent are supposed to kind of be riders for you. And I didn't know what the conversation was. I didn't. They just said, get over there. They over there talking about y'all.
That's why I came over here.
There's two
Not
girls
to attack
up
Chance.
here.
Yeah, and
Not to attack
she
Chance.
actually blocked me just now because Caramel
Girl,
wanted
the
the
same
comments
shit with
off.
that Ava girl too. They
Chrissy,
all, some of them is
she
weird. Like,
she blocked me because Caramel said she wanted the comments off, and I said respectfully, I want to turn the comments off while she's talking. But I
I be
also
getting
wanted
distracted.
let me finish. I also wanted her to say what she had to say too, because she was somebody who has something to say, get off her chest. But in this, like I said, I leave it open for everybody to speak. I want everybody to respectfully have